One Zambia, one nation. Thank you so much for joining us on the news desk with me, Amos Zulu. Here are the top stories. The Lusaka City Council reiterates that there will be no street vending in the central business district. 400,000 farmers benefit from Musika's $42 million United States dollars agro programs. CDF funds Soloboni school rehab. And 2023 Women's World Cup kicks off tomorrow. And now the news in detail. The Lusaka City Council has maintained that there will be no street vending in the Central Business District, CBD. Lusaka City Council Public Relations Manager Chola Mwamba says the local authority has enough spaces in the markets where traders can operate from. Clara Kawimbe now reports.
Zambia's capital city Lusaka has had its population grow at a rapid rate. This situation has led to people venture into various business activities, taking up space in the Central Business District CBD. But the situation has changed after a cleanup of the streets where vending has been the order of the day.
The trajectory we have undertaken as a local authority to remove the street vendors in collaboration with other stakeholders, I think is the right trajectory in the sense that it has a blessing of various stakeholders. We did consultative meetings and we arrived at this decision to remove street vendors because actually the local authority is facing a lot of problems in terms of collection of revenue as well as formulating a database. This noble cause is for everybody to support so that we go in the right direction in ensuring that these people operate from the markets that are now empty. We have about over 2,000 stores that are empty in City Market.
The vendors have this to say about their fate.
Street vendors in town now, but somehow food
Tuesday. So, turelomba kwa batufuairo kwa kuya.
Kutamfya abantu kwati apele fika bien. Tefo tufiri okubayo. Bali ngira at least wachira notify. Mwe bantu ukotwala mitwala nyuku.
The situation in the CBD is back to normal and police are doing patrols to ensure that there is no trading in undesignated places. Clara Kawimbe reporting for ZANIS in Lusaka.
The move by the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development to remove street vendors in the Lusaka Business District has cheered some members of the public, including civil society organizations. Vision Student Initiative VSI says the move will enhance the promotion of the Keep Zambia Clean, Green and Healthy campaign. Here are the details.
One of the transformative measures that the government is implementing is the promotion of a clean and green Zambia for a healthy and safe citizenry. In light of this, yesterday the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development, in collaboration with the Zambia Police, swung into action and removed vendors from the streets of Lusaka. The move has been welcomed by members of the public.
It's a good move such that we see other people in other countries posting about their cities. We can't keep the towns dirty in the name of keeping street vendors, because if you see this town has been so occupied with almost everywhere, you see plastics here and everything. So we can no longer be saying just because if we move in the street vendors, I'm seeing people pertaining this into voting. It's okay. People accept this move. It's a great move. The town is looking so clean. Everything is so, even the fresh air, everyone is just happy about this move. We welcome this movement. Otherwise, thank you the government for this move.
I think it's the right direction that the government have come with. As you can see right now, people are moving freely, they are doing their businesses freely, and like in the past where you don't even have where to step. But when you see, there is actually sanity, and this is what we actually been calling for.
And the business owner has called on the traders to carry out their businesses in the designated trading places offered by the authority in an effort to maintain cleanliness in the city.
Regards the vendors that have been taken off the streets, I am of the view that every society should have rules and regulations that safeguard the running of society. So each place should have designated areas for people to trade in. So I'm of the strict view that this should not have been let to go the way that it went. Additionally, the government has a campaign to keep Zambia clean. This will help a lot in achieving that goal.
Meanwhile, Vision Student Initiative has also welcomed the move, saying this will promote a clean, green and healthy nation.
The Keep Zambia Clean, Green and Healthy campaign has a number of benefits for society and the economy at large. One of the benefits include reduced healthcare costs. So by reducing pollution and of course improving public health, clean environment policies such as these can of course lower healthcare costs associated with treating pollution-related illnesses. So this is to say that this move is crucial for addressing environmental challenges, promoting sustainable development, and ensuring a healthier and prosperous future for both the current and future generations.
The Keep Zambia Clean, Green and Healthy awareness campaign is aimed at improving a healthy environment for everyone. ZANIS reports in Lusaka.
Government is conducting a prisons audit in order to reduce congestion in the correctional facilities across the country. Minister of Justice Mulambo Haimbe says the audit is aimed at establishing the number of inmates in correctional facilities and identifying those that need to be acquitted in order to reduce congestion. Speaking during a media briefing in Lusaka, Mr. Haimbe observed that the final report of the prisons audit will be submitted to the Ministry of Justice by August 2023. And Ministry of Information and Media Permanent Secretary Kennedy Kalunga noted that government is committed to uplifting the living standards of Zambians, as can be seen through the reintroduction of meal allowances in higher learning facilities and introduction of the National Pension Scheme Authority partial withdrawal. Mr. Kalunga says government has also managed to strike the debt restructuring deal and the reintroduction of the free education policy. He added that government will continue to implement more programs for social and economic growth.
The Ministry of Home Affairs undertook activity to understand the status of prisoners within our correctional facilities. The activity was launched on 8th November 2022 by the Honorable Minister of Home Affairs and Internal Security and myself, his counterpart. The audit commenced on 3rd January 2023 and data collection and visits to correctional facilities were undertaken across the country. The current status of the activity is as follows. A, the consultants have scheduled a meeting for the verification of the prison audit report by the enumerators. The meeting will take place from 18th to 19th July 2023. After the verification meeting, the report will be validated by the technical group, working group from 24th to 25th July 2023. The prison audit report will be submitted to the Minister's office within the month of August 2023. The significance of this prison audit, distinguished members of the press and indeed the nation at large, is that, as we are aware, our prison facilities are currently congested, and the audit is going to assist in identifying those particular persons who are in incarceration that may possibly be removed from the facility through the legal processes that are available. So, for example, if we know that there are X number of remandees, the judicial process will be quickened so as to address the cases of those remandees so that they can either be acquitted or convicted, as the case may be, which will ultimately assist in decongestion of the prisons.
37 days from now, the New Dawn government will clock 2 years in office. I am proud to state that during this period, government has scored significant achievement in line with the promises that were made to the people of Zambia. Key among the following: government has secured the future for the workers who are now able to get part of their retirement packages along before they retire. Further, the future of our children has been secured as they are now able to go to school free of charge. Further, government has restored the meal allowances for the students in public universities. Ladies and gentlemen, as a country, we've just clinched the debt restructuring deal, which will give us a breathing space to reorganize the economy for the well-being of the people of Zambia. All this has been possible because of the prudent economic management that this government has brought. Government is, however, alive to the fact that a lot of work remains to be done, and government is resolved to address these challenges.
In other news, visiting African Development Bank, President Akinyumi Adesina has toured the Lusaka Water Supply and Sanitation Project under the Lusaka Sanitation Program. Dr. Adesina was accompanied by Minister of Water Development and Sanitation, Mike Mposha. Mutalekani gives us the details.
Water and sanitation is among sectors being supported by the African Development Bank, AFDB, in Zambia. The bank has invested $50 million United States in the Lusaka Sanitation Program, a project which impacts approximately 3.7 million people. This is why visiting AFDB President Akinwumi Adesina has toured the Lusaka Water Supply and Sanitation Company project under the Lusaka Sanitation Program. Dr. Adesina, who was in the company of Minister of Water Development and Sanitation, Mike Mposha, also toured Hillside Primary School, where AFDB has funded the construction and rehabilitation of the ablution block.
This is what is involved under the ADB. So we are constructing 2,000. We constructed 2,000 household toilets, rehabilitation of 100 public toilets. So these are in schools, markets, and health centers.
This improved, septic tanks in which they are discharging. The water now is not going underground to contaminate, our groundwater source. So that has been the improvement that has been, that this project has brought.
And the AFDB president has expressed delight with the Lusaka Sanitation Project.
The project is going to impact on 3.7 million people to have access to water and sanitation services. And that is roughly about 88% of the population of Lusaka. So it's a very big project. And Lusaka, a challenge in Lusaka over time with urbanization, it's just the population don't have access to sewage services and water and sanitation. And as a result, you tend to have quite a lot of cholera outbreaks every year, literally, until 2017.
The FDB president has since left the country after the completion of his visit. Mtalekani for ZANIS News in Lusaka.
We now take a break, and when we come, 400,000 farmers benefit from Musika's $42 million United States agro programs. Stay tuned.
Hello, it's time for you to know your rights. For ignorance of the law is no defense.
People should report any case of gender-based violence to the police. They should not be tempted to compromise the cases, because compromising a case of gender-based violence is actually an offense.
Zambia, like any other country, has got laws that govern the welfare of its citizens.
We provide some oversight on the police service.
When an officer misconducts himself, he's alone. One person being beaten is enough for the commission to move. The Constitution tells us that the people of Zambia must enjoy their liberties.
Every week on Thursday at 19:30 hours, the Zambia News and Information Services, ZANIS, brings to your screens a program dubbed Police and the Community.
If we, the police, and you, member of the public, will work together, because the common enemy we have before us is the criminal.
Catch ZANIS TV on Channel 6 DTT and Channel 458 DTH. ZANIS TV, the People's Channel.
Life is a journey full of varied experiences. Can we reach our desired destiny? Can we achieve our desired goals? If yes, then how? Join Juliet Mutale
on Thursday at 18:30 hours
on How I Made It, a program that highlights various success stories from different personalities with different life experiences and backgrounds.
Catch ZANIS TV on Channel 6 DTT and Channel 458 DTH. ZANIS TV, the People's Channel.
Welcome back. Over 400,000 farmers across the country have benefited from Musika programs of improving market access for smallholder farmers. Musika board chairperson Twambo Hachibamba says 42 million United States dollars invested in the programs has resulted in improved livelihoods. Lakson Makoza was there and now brings us this report.
Smallholder farmers have been facing a huge challenge in sourcing markets for their agricultural produce. This has resulted in the farmers not fully benefiting from their labor, thereby affecting their livelihoods. However, the coming of Musika has greatly helped in remedying the situation, with over 400,000 smallholder farmers nationwide linked to market access. This came to light when Musika held the inaugural Open Day.
Over 90 clients ranging from large multinational companies to small local agribusinesses, and from input suppliers, off-takers, technology providers and veterinary companies to commodity traders, processors, and financial institutions. Over 400,000 farmers nationwide have benefited from improved market access resulting from these partnerships.
The desire of Musika is to see to it that the smallholder farmers own the process of producing and marketing agricultural produce.
So want a farmer to own the production, want a farmer to own the intervention, want a farmer to own the issues of marketing, and want a private sector also on the other hand to own that particular intervention, because that is what the market is looking for.
With the interventions being implemented by Musika of improving market access for agricultural produce for smallholder farmers, this will surely contribute in transforming the agricultural sector in the country. For ZANIS, I'm Lakson Makoza.
Government has started the distribution of inputs for the wetland farming component under the Food Security Park FSP program in Kaputa district. Over 700 beneficiaries in the district are expected to benefit from the program being implemented by the Ministry of Community Development. And Kaputa District Commissioner Cosmas Mwaya, who flagged off the distribution of the inputs, says the program aims at alleviating poverty and improving nutrition.
Over 700 farmers in Kaputa are expected to benefit from the wetland farm inputs under the Food Security Park program from the Ministry of Community Development. Kaputa District Commissioner Cosmas Mwaya, who flagged off the input distribution exercise, advised farmers to grow more vegetables for better nutrition.
Poverty has been lying for quite some time in the households. And how do we combat this poverty which has been invaded a lot of homes? Hence the program of wetlands. This is significantly brought by to maintain and to sustain the presence of food in these households, so that poverty and these other diseases like stunting, they are fought left, right, and center.
And acting Kaputa District Community Development Officer Imeo Dankandu emphasized the need to use the inputs for the intended purpose.
So, uno mwaka tuiperio kuti iyi ne register ya vakantalamba. Tukesa mukula konka fye name by name. Ukula chitashani, ukula tandalila ya magadi. Tule mono kutirati, ife tule mipela. Ichachi ne fye chitashani, file bomba. Tule komaila panano, akabili kuti tewa kushtisha.
And beneficiaries have thanked government for providing them with the inputs, saying it will help in fighting hunger and poverty.
Wana tuleta sha, kuteko wapama chachacha. Basho baletere kupoko umufundo kuri beneficiary ubiri wantapirire kuri kapone mbuto. Tuli abansansa sana kai tuli abakutotera. Na kuri batera pantu tatwapera tukwata kweshuko ya musango ngefi kwata ko mufunda watapirire lero palinda kai tule kwata ensansa no kwata oyu mufundo no kula kwata mu bukumu.
Raymond Chalata reporting for ZANIS in Kaputa District, Northern Province.
Now, the self-led village banking program is transforming lives in Mfumbwe District. Grace Sakuhaha and her father is among the success stories of poverty alleviation in Matushi's Kamayembe area. The family has procured a diesel-powered hammer mill from their village banking shareouts. Take a look.
Eradication of poverty has been the greatest global challenge, and as such, the Zambian government has continued promoting social protection programs in line with the Vision 2030, particularly through the Village Bank program. In Mfumbwe District of Northwestern Province, the Civil Society for Poverty Reduction CSPR collaborated with the Department of Community Development in implementing the Self-Led Village Bank program, which has continued scoring some success since its inception in 2019. Grace Sakwaha and her father are today happy owners of a hammer mill business after taking part in the program.
I'm going to 12,700. But then I can open amount here. What I'm with it. Taramosuye jimbongo jinavulu. Na tulinga ngachilihi. Trying to linga ngachili. Tata tulivwasha nini. Tutuame hama. No mtoto amine hama avuna watata. Na tuzina kupanga program with trying to land the chigayo. No mtoto na kulanda chigayo echi hali 23,000. Yamgwane hele 11,500.
Irene Muya is among the grateful community members for the service Grace's hammer mill has brought in the area.
At the 4 kilometers. Kauno hakwela unu ajoni zala ndi chigai chao chamu village banki.
Meanwhile, government is on the other hand grateful to CSPR for the efforts in improving the lives of the local people, while Department of Community Development commits to continue with the program as CSPR closes their project in Mfumbwe.
Men and women, particularly women, are now involved in businesses. They are involved in businesses such as keeping of small livestock, and this has led to improved livelihood. Apart from that, we have also some members that have constructed houses, as well as one member who has bought a hammer mill. To CSPR, we are saying thank you very much for the work that we've done.
We'll continue encouraging people to form these community self-led savings groups so that they are able to save their monies and also be able to invest into different businesses. In turn, we want to see that there is a boost in the economy in this particular area and Zambia at large.
Reporting for ZANIS in Mfumbwe District, I'm John Mohanga.
And in a related development, Sarah Salimu of Matero Township is calling on people with disabilities not to give up in life, but join cooperatives in order to uplift their lives through the Constituency Development Fund's CDF grants. Ms. Salimu, who is living with disability, has benefited from the recent disbursement of grants in Matero constituency through Tanozia Cooperative. Michelle Mwemba reports.
As the common adage says, disability is not inability. So are the words of Sarah Salimu, who is determined to face life positively even after losing her leg last year in a sad circumstance. Ms. Salimu is a member of Tanozia Cooperative, whose objective is to improve the livelihoods of its members through the chicken rearing project, and the cooperative has benefited from the 2.1 million kwacha Constituency Development Fund grants disbursed in Matero constituency.
Last year. So ndiwanyu mulema, but all the same, turning out is the end of everything. And why? But
a total of 70 cooperatives have been empowered with an average of 30,000 kwacha each And Materu Member of Parliament has encouraged the beneficiaries not to divert these funds to other things.
So wenangu bachitapply bafuna vankuku wenangu tailoring but stitch encourage vama buy but kapena yenangu business naona musikana mazo kwa George uku muzikana nazipasa chaenda na chidishi abwereza natugulisa vichani ati nigulisa vimatu na vimpuno vankuka na visupu. I was impressed nagula ma plates na pasa ba youth benzepo na mpasa na 100 kwacha top up capital chifukwa asebenzisa bongo ndiye ma business yanifuna abantu baganiza outside the box.
Lusaka District Commissioner Rosa Zulu, represented by Lusaka District Administrative Officer, says the Constituency Development Fund is the main tool that the United Party for National Development is using to positively transform the lives of the people of Zambia.
We are actually beginning to feature success stories highlighting the transformations in people's lives as a result of increased CDF. We want some of you to work hard and be examples to others. The pride of the UPND government is not in the giving of these grants, but in the improvement of people's livelihoods as a result.
Mijalo Mwemba reporting for ZANIS in Lusaka.
Still ahead in the news, 700,000 kwacha CDF funds finances Kafue school rehab. Don't go away.
For news and current affairs, entertainment, sports, children's programs, and a host of other events in and beyond our borders, ZANIS TV has you covered. On Channel 6 and Channel 458 on Topstar.
Life is a journey full of varied experiences. Can we reach our desired destiny? Can we achieve our desired goals? If yes, then how? Join Juliet Mutale
on Thursday at 18:30 hours
on How I Made It, a program that highlights various success stories from different personalities with different life experiences and backgrounds.
Catch ZANIS TV on Channel 6 DTT and Channel 458 DTH. ZANIS TV, the People's Channel.
We continue with the news, and now in education news, about 700,000 kwacha from the Constituency Development Fund, CDF, has been used to rehabilitate a 1x4 and a 1x3 classroom block at Soloboni Primary School in Kafue District. Lou Machila reports that the infrastructure was blown off by heavy storms.
This is the new look of Solobon Primary School in Kafue constituency after rehabilitation following damage caused by heavy storms in the previous rain season.
We have a case of CDF responding to disasters also, from among the different projects. So where we are, like I've said, it's Solobon Community School, rather primary school.
School head teacher Eugene Kapaya explains how the disaster affected the learning periods for the school that provides education to over 800 learners.
Now, class allocation was a bit difficult. So what we did was we had to reschedule our timetables. As a result of that, the time that we are supposed to offer to the learners wasn't adequate until we got a relief, I think it's through the IMP.
District Education Board Secretary Belina Mono has appealed for more infrastructure to accommodate female learners in the district.
As Kafue district, we do not have boarding schools, especially for girls. So when we saw that beautiful infrastructure in Chukupi, we somehow look forward that we have a boarding school so that we can also we have somewhere to take the girl child to learn from within Kafue district.
The rehabilitated classroom blocks were commissioned on June 6, 2023 bringing an end to distorted learning periods. Lou Majila, reporting for ZANIS in Kafue District.
In health news, the National Health Insurance Scheme, NIMA, has signed a Memorandum of Understanding MOU with the University of Zambia to foster education, capacity building, and research. Speaking during the signing ceremony, NIMA Director General Michael Njapau says the MOU seeks to enhance the generation of knowledge, data, and evidence-based policy to achieve universal health coverage. Jen Simalumba has the details.
In its quest to achieve the 2023-2026 strategic plan, anchored on the vision of being the provider of the world-class insurance for healthcare services for all Zambians, the National Health Insurance Management Authority, NIMA, has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the University of Zambia. The aim of this MOU is to enhance the generation of knowledge, data, and evidence-based policy to achieve the agenda of the universal health coverage.
NIMA will leverage on this partnership with the University of Zambia to become a center of excellence in social health care, social health insurance implementation, and become the knowledge hub for other countries and regions seeking to implement a national health insurance scheme as a sustainable way for healthcare financing mechanism. Madam Vice Chancellor, as the leading research university in the country, your university has the ability to continue to contribute to resolving some of the biggest challenges of our time.
University of Zambia Acting Vice Chancellor Anisi Kwibele says the university is pleased to collaborate with NIMA.
It is with great delight that we embark on this continuous collaborative relationship, which is focused on education, training, research, and capacity building for the mutual benefit of both of our institutions. Through our renowned research institute, the Institute of Economic and Social Research, or INOSO, we are poised to facilitate a very fruitful collaboration.
Through this partnership, the vision of being the provider of world-class insurance for healthcare services for all is expected to be achieved. Jane Simalumba, ZANIS, in Lusaka.
Kabwe District Commissioner Lennox Shimwambwa says health center kits will improve the availability of essential medicines and medical supplies in health facilities. The District Commissioner was speaking in Kabwe when he received and flagged off the distribution of 140 health center kits to 41 health facilities in the district.
Government has continued to make headways in securing adequate essential health commodities, aimed at ensuring easy and equitable access to quality healthcare services. And in Central Province, Kabwe District has become the latest district to witness the symbolical arrival of 140 health center kits that government through the Zambia Medicines and Medical Supplies Agency procured from Mission Pharma in India.
And these kits, plus minus, should be able to see us between the next 2 to 3 months for our 41 facilities. So like I said, it's a very joyous day. I think the government through His Excellency, the President of this Republic, President Hakainde Hichilema, made a commitment that provision of health care is a priority. And today is a demonstration of that. And I think on my own behalf and on behalf of my colleagues here, we want to thank the President and the Ministry of Health for delivering to Kabwe. The cries have been heard. Some facilities were running short, and a commitment from the District Health Office.
Mr. Shimwambwa says with the medical kits in place, more resources will now be channeled towards the procurement of linen and also the repair of machinery, including ambulances.
Now, half of the grant is going towards procurement of medical supplies. So we are saying if these bigger facilities are stocked with medicine through ZAMSA, their grant is intact and they can now channel it to areas where there's been deficiencies, and so, which includes issues of linen, repair of ambulances and so on and so forth, and whatever, because I think that is a core now.
Meanwhile, Provincial Health Director Ebo Kabalo has directed the District Health Director to ensure there is no room for pilferage.
Let's guard this. Yes. In abundance, that's when there's a lot of abuse. So we want to ensure this directive to the district health officers to ensure that we institutionalize anti-pilferage at facilities.
And Kabwe District Health Director Sylvester Kasonde says a task force has already been constituted to monitor the utilization of the kits.
He has talked of the anti-pilferage task force that is enforced, actually it is chaired by the DC himself. We have had some meetings even before the kids came in, and after the kids has even insisted that we continue meeting frequently, and we are scheduled to meet actually this coming Thursday, and we'll be monitoring together as a team on the usage of the kits.
Daniel Billy reporting for ZANIS News in Kabwe, Central Province.
Still in health news, Lundazi District Commissioner Marjorie Banda has expressed happiness that the Zambia Flying Doctors Service has reached out to the district to offer medical treatment to people in remote areas. Ms. Banda says the district has been facing challenges of inadequate drugs, adding that the medical team will help resolve some of the medical challenges faced by health centers.
The Zambia Flying Doctors medical team is in Lundazi district for 6 days to offer medical services to patients suffering from a variety of illnesses in the area. Among the services that are being offered include dental, eye care services, and general body check.
Eye screening as well as dental screening, but these will be supported also by a pharmacy because we have come with drugs as well as the laboratory. So we are working with the district health office so that we have that continuity of a service even when we leave. So under eye, we are also offering the reading glasses to the local people.
Lundazi District Commissioner has expressed happiness that residents will receive healthcare services at their doorsteps.
If you had no drugs and you started doing this, would have said, so after operation, what are you going to do now? So since drugs are available now, we are happy that this will be happening in our district for a week. I'm sure even the radio station, you've even informed them so that they do.
Meanwhile, the team is set to refer critical patients to specialized hospitals.
Maybe there is a case, for example, like somebody who need tooth extraction, maybe brought this side where we have the facilities.
Okay.
I think there will even be a surgeon at our hospital.
We refer them to better hospitals because those facilities, they don't have adequate services. So mostly we pick those patients and bring them to where they can access such services.
Nelly Bota reporting for ZANIS, Lundazi District, Eastern Province.
A 29-year-old expectant mother, together with her unborn baby, have died during labor at Kapirimposhi District Hospital. The death has been blamed on the negligence by health workers at the health institution, as they allegedly could not attend to the pregnant woman on time after being referred from Kapiri Urban Clinic. District Commissioner Francis Hasalama castigated management at the district hospital for exhibiting poor health service delivery. Here is a report by Carlos Bunda.
According to the United Nations estimates, Zambia has made significant strides to improve maternal and newborn health outcomes, with maternal mortality rates dropping from 729 in 2002 to 127 deaths per 100,000 live births in 2022. It is this achievement which has compelled Kapirimposhi District Commissioner Francis Asalama to visit the district hospital following the death of an expectant mother and an unborn child.
Want to know. Okay. Because if we don't dig this and then know, we will not be able to put a remedy for this hospital.
Okay. So the doctor, I think, over the decision, the doctor put 3 to 4 hours will review. If she doesn't deliver, it's a Caesar. But I'll take the APH. So doctor triaged gave first priority because that one was bleeding.
Yes, you are talking about 8:50. 8:50 to 10, I mean to 11, 12. It's almost 3 hours. The doctor said we'll review by that 3 hours.
Review if she does not deliver for a season.
And she didn't deliver.
No.
Hospital authorities were at pains to explain the cause of the maternal death.
From urban, vitals were fine. From urban, the BPs were okay. But when she came here, they were low. So when doctor came to review, he said, antenatal, the BPs were low. So I think just monitor with the fluid. Doctor came and saw. It was sudden, I don't know.
Relatives to the deceased have attributed the maternal death to negligence.
Didn't you realize that was an emergency which you needed to attend to?
Yes.
Because if you say the doctor came and then we discovered the vitals suddenly went down, how should you wait for the next 4 hours to take her to theatre?
I mean,
there could have been negligence which these people saw, and that's what we are trying to say.
Exactly.
You don't understand? You can balance your books on this explanation, yet there is flaws in that management of the patient. And this is where we call for the seriousness.
ZANIS reports, Kaprim Posh.
And lastly, in the news, the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup kicks off tomorrow, Thursday, July 20, 2023. 736 players from 32 teams will battle it out for honours at the 9th edition of the tournament, being co-hosted by Australia and New Zealand. The Copper Queens make their maiden appearance at the women's biggest football stage when they face Japan on Saturday. Audrey Kalenga gives us a preview of the 2023 Women's World Cup.
The 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup kicks off on Thursday, 20th July, when co-host New Zealand take on Norway in Auckland, while Australia go up against Ireland in Sydney on the same day. Expectations are high from fans across the world, especially for Zambians as they look to cheer the Copper Queens at their maiden appearance at the Women's World Cup. The Copper Queens qualified for the World Cup after beating Senegal at the 2022 Women's Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco, where they finished third and minted bronze. They joined South Africa, Nigeria, and Morocco as African teams representing the continent. Haiti, Morocco, Panama, Philippines, Portugal, Republic of Ireland, Vietnam, and Zambia will be making their debuts at the Women's World Cup. 736 players from 32 countries have converged at the 9th edition of one of the world's biggest football tournaments to showcase their football talent and skills. Zambia has been drawn in Group C alongside Costa Rica and two women football heavyweights and former champions Spain and Japan. Copper Queens star player and skipper Barbara Banda will lead the Copper Queens in their first ever Women's World Cup. The Copper Queens will begin their World Cup campaign on Saturday, 22nd July, when they take on Japan, then Spain, and conclude their group stages against Costa Rica. Skipper Barbara Banda says the Copper Queens are looking forward to having an amazing World Cup. Audrey Kalenga, ZANIS Sports, Lusaka.
As we end the news, here is a reminder of the top stories. The Lusaka City Council reiterates that there will be no street vending in the central business district. 400,000 farmers benefit from Musika's $42 million United States agro programs. CDF funds Soloboni School Rehab. And 2023 Women's World Cup kicks off tomorrow. We end the news just there. Thank you so much for joining us. On behalf of the entire production team, my name is Amos Zulu. Enjoy the rest of the programming.